Mizuki, you're
Are you
awake.
okay?
Date.
Mizuki, you spoke.
Date!
Looks like she can talk again.
We did it, boss. All thanks to me. And you. And Peter, too. Oh, and Iva. I guess she helped. After she'd calmed down, I asked her a few questions. I asked her about last night, about the Nile message, about Ota, and about Shoko. I know that after Ota ran off, something must have happened to make Mizuki want to hide. Hey, Peter, what's going on here? How does Iva appear in Somnium? Yes, that is
Iba
Iva
is
running.
linked to your brain with an artificial nerve. To put it more simply, Iba is a part of your brain. During
Right.
syncing, your consciousness is sent into the subject's somnium. Part of Iba's self is also synced, but only a part. Not all of Iba's functions are transferred into Somnium.
So that's why Somnium Iba is so dumb.
Don't
I
call me
mean,
dumb.
she wasn't the brightest about Iva's appearance.
Hey, Pewter, when we were in Somnium earlier, Iba was in human form. She's never looked like that before.
That was Iba's idea.
What?
I thought you would be more pleased. I designed it to your taste.
What part of that
Okay.
was my taste?
I know everything inside your mind. You don't have to hide it.
Pewter, Iba's broken. She's talking crazy.
I am
She's a
not
crazy
broken.
lady.
Perhaps Iba admires the human form.
It's not that. It was just a little something. I
Mm-hmm.
consider Kaname Date to be my host. I owe him gratitude. I
Right,
simply
right.
thought that appearance would make him happy.
Why would that make me happy?
I mean, you know, maybe Date's a big fan of Fluorescent Shrimp Lady.
In a normal dream, the person experiencing the dream cannot remove themselves from it. Dreams are first-person experiences. However, the circumstances are slightly different during a sync. The syncer
Yeah.
dives into the subject's mind and experiences their subconscious thoughts. But this dream is experienced as an observer, as though you were watching a play. The subject is the author, director, and actor. The syncer
And producer.
is merely the audience.
I see. So about that figure I saw.
Oh, that. I saw it too.
Who or what do you think it was?
It came to me
Most
in a
likely
dream.
someone Mizuki saw in person projected into her subconscious. Dreams can only be constructed from images and experiences the subject was present for. Mizuki's Somnium couldn't have contained that figure if she didn't see it in person.
So
Of
she saw a
course,
blue man?
not everything we see in our dreams looks exactly the same as it did in the real world. You saw some strange things in Somnium earlier, didn't you, Date? That event you experienced is obviously not as it happened in reality. Dreams are a collage of many memories, intertwining and
What?
blending with each other. Your
I mean,
skills as a
Peter, we
syncer
weren't
allow
there
you
at
to
Bloom
untangle
Park
those
with
dreams,
Ota and
solve
Mizuki.
mysteries no
That
one
could
else
have been
can.
how it looked at the time. Who are you to say that's not how it looked? Anyway, who do you think the suspect is?
Pewter, who do you think the
Do you
culprit
think
is?
it's Mizuki? I mean, she was holding the murder weapon.
Well, let's see. Perhaps it was you, Special Agent Date.
What?
I mean, that is a possibility too, but
I'm kidding.
I don't remember doing it. Let's see what boss has to say. See, thoughts on the suspect?
How
I
would I
still
know?
think, you know, she had the murder
We
weapon.
still don't have enough information. Continue your investigation, Special Agent.
I mean, hey, Mizuki, I wasn't accusing you of murder. That's crazy talk. boss, I think she's onto us.
No need to report specifics. We saw it all from here in the control room. What the sinker sees in Somnium is projected here, remember? We've got it all recorded.
Isn't it incredible? I invented it.
Anyway, we know about the figure you saw. I wonder who that could be.
You know, I also wondered that. What about Mizuki's muteness?
Yeah, I'm glad she's talking again. You healed the wounds in her heart by syncing with her. Well, you meaning you and I.
Never talk to me or
The
my
boss
Mizuki
has
again.
extraordinary perception. I deserve much of the credit for helping Mizuki recover her voice.
All you did was follow my instructions.
Date, Mizuki needs you. Protect her.
Yeah, I guess. Do you have any questions?
Right, there was something. Hey, Mizuki. When we found you, you were holding the ice pick, right?
Did you do it? Did you kill
Can you
her?
tell us why?
When I got there, the ice pick was stuck in my mom's eye. I couldn't think straight. The only thing I could think was I had to get it out.
So, you panicked and pulled it out.
Yeah,
And you held on to it when you hid in the column.
yeah.
You know what, boss, maybe we're too harsh on her. I don't think she did it. But you could have done it. Where were you the night of the murder?
Okay, just one more question. This is very important. When you pulled out the ice pick, was Shoko's eye still there?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
The eye socket was empty.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mizuki. That was very helpful.
But if it was
Boss
empty, where's
shines
the
moments
eye?
like this. She doesn't hesitate to ask anything.
Now we know that Mizuki did not remove the victim's eye.
It would be pretty
Got to
messed
the
up if
scene.
she removed her
It's
own
definitely
mother's eye.
missing.
Like,
And it has not yet been recovered. We can therefore conclude it has been removed from the scene.
interesting. Oh, sorry, Mizuki, I have to talk to Chair first.
Hey, can I pop this cherry?
I really wish I hadn't talked to the Chair
That
first.
one, you sounded quite proud of that pun.
Dante, she's a 12-year-old girl.
No thanks. It's not the same as the first time.
Okay. Mizuki, how are you doing? How are you doing?
I told you I'm fine. So annoying.
You know what? That is
I annoyed you
completely fair
already,
for
huh?
that pun.
The pressure is annoying.
What pressure?
Force over area measured in pascals, dummy.
I see
Right.
she is back to her usual self. Her attitude is within normal parameters.
I think I liked her better when she was silent.
So let's see. Are you hungry, Mizuki? You
I'm
want
fine
like
now.
a sandwich or something?
But I didn't forget your promise.
A promise?
Stu, you said you'd take me.
So you heard that, huh?
Aphonia only affects speech. Her hearing should still be intact.
Sure, Mizuki. When we're all done here. Say,
How about that
Mizuki,
figure?
who was that figure I saw?
What?
Insomnia, in your dream. I saw a silhouette.
Date,
Blue.
Mizuki would not understand the question. She does not experience somnium as you do. You are witnessing a dream inside her brain.
It was a dream within a dream within a brain. Like Dreamception, which I guess was just Inception. I'll ask again
Never mind.
anyway.
Did you see anyone at the merry-go-round the night you found Shoko?
I did. I saw someone.
Was it Ota? I
in the
knew he was
corner
sketchy.
Past the merry-go-round.
Who did you see?
It was me. Was I the murderer?
I don't know. It was dark and raining. They looked scary, so I hid inside the merry-go-round. The door was open a little bit, so I snuck in.
Mizuki wasn't that guy over there. If it was Pewter, you can say so. We won't let him do anything. That's sketchy. Who sent you the Nile message?
I can't tell you,
Why not?
because I don't want to.
That's not a reason.
It was Pewter,
You
wasn't
were
it?
at the scene of the crime
Oh,
because of that
hey,
Nile
Peter.
message. Whoever sent it to you is a prime suspect.
I don't think she is going to answer. When she is in a mood, it's impossible to get her to talk. That's the kind of girl she is.
Sometimes I think you know her better than I do.
How long do you think I've been observing her?
It's been 4 years now.
Correct. I know things that even you do not know.
Like? Actually, never mind. Some things I'm better off not knowing.
Go on, Naiba. Tell me all the personal details.
By the way, we already looked into Mizuki's cell phone. Unfortunately, the contents were wiped.
I'm tracing the sender of the Nile message through other means, but it's taking me some time.
Peter, got anything on that? Summarize for me.
Anyway, I get the story. Mizuki witnessed a suspicious person at the scene, but she didn't get a good look at them.
Maybe there's something at the scene we missed. Date, could you return to the scene of the crime? There might be more to Bloom Park than we first thought.
Yeah, sure. Anything else, Mizuki? She's lying in the chair. Seems to be doing okay, but got that gloomy look in her eyes. Well, I don't know that she's really lying in the chair. She's kind of sitting in it, but you know, it's like Date means she's lying. In which case, well, that's just rude. Date accusing a 12-year-old girl of murder and then lying. It's a little over the top. Staring at Mizuki. Alright, I guess we're going. Onward to Moon Park. Saturday, 8:13 p.m. Bloom Park. We brought Mizuki. I mean, I guess having her, like, there might help. I saw a suspicious figure in Somnium, but I couldn't be sure of its exact location. I brought Mizuki along to help pin it down.
Somewhere around here, right?
Yep.
Was it this bench? Giant Ferris wheel? Are you cold?
What do you care? You never cared about me, ever. And I liked it that way. I don't want you getting close to me. You think I like you now because I hugged you after the sink? Did you think, aw, how sweet, she likes me? Don't get it twisted. I only hugged you
Oh,
because
you're
you were
fine.
standing right in front of me. Could have been anything. Could have been a pole or a cactus. In fact, I wish it were a cactus. So stop worrying about me, okay?
So she says.
There, Mizuki. Do you remember anything?
Yeah, I do.
What do you remember?
I went to this amusement park when I was little.
Something
I was
relevant to
4.
the case,
I remember
please?
it
Thank
so
you.
clearly. This is where I saw my mom and dad smile. I had so many happy memories here.
And
The
now
only
they're
happy
forever
memories
ruined.
I really have are from here.
And those are also
Memories of
forever
my
ruined.
family are so bright and colorful. But now, this is where Mom...
What's wrong? I think it's pretty obvious what's wrong, Date. I don't think we need to ask that.
You saw that person standing here, right? A man?
Yeah,
Gee, Mizuki, you were talking about
What was
how
he
happy
doing?
this place was for
I
you.
don't know, it was
And
dark.
now you saw your mom
But
get murdered here.
I
What's
think
wrong? Why
he
are
was
you
watching
upset?
me. He was standing there in the rain with no umbrella. But I don't remember anything else. I got scared and went to hide inside the column.
Oh, so this dude that was watching Mizuki's either the murderer or some kind of pervert. What's wrong? I guess we'll
Nothing.
ask.
Just
Okay.
wondering where this goes.
Mizuki's looking into the bush, or maybe behind it. I mean, maybe.
Iva, what's past here?
This leads to the subway.
A subway?
It has, of course, closed down. It is no longer in service.
Oh man, I was
This
gonna get a
is due to the
sandwich.
explosion at the chemical plant that occurred years ago. The surrounding district of Kawasaki.
Oh god, was it Jared from
contaminated
Subway
and
that was
declared
staring at
off limits.
Mizuki? Ugh.
Bloom Park closed for the same reason. As did all commerce and industry in Kawasaki. This means the railroads and public transportation to and from this area were shut down as well.
The subway. Iva, does the entire track run underground?
No. The track leading northward from Bloom Park eventually rises to ground level.
At a railroad crossing?
Correct.
Then the tracks must cross a surface street at some point.
Correct.
A railroad crossing. Railroad crossing?
Iva, do me a favor. Can you see if any cars were driving on that surface street last night?
Searching.
Good idea.
Hey, you've been quiet for a long time. Are you okay?
I'm just thinking.
I've got something. I picked up a single vehicle traversing that street last night. A black SUV. I ran the plate through the
Curious.
vehicle registration database to find the owner.
Who was it?
Shoko Nadami's ex-husband and Mizuki's father. Renju Okiura.
Interesting. Just immediately in the car, didn't say another word. He's going.
So let me get this straight. You think that Daddy drove his car on the tracks through the tunnel, stopped at the closed down station, and carried Mom's body to the park?
I
can't
prove
rule
was
it out.
Renju. There's a chance someone else was driving the car.
Yeah.
But, in any case, I know that the suspect must have used the subway tracks. That explains why there were no cars parked near the scene. Using that subway station, he could take the body right to the merry-go-round without being caught on camera.
True.
Daddy didn't do it.
I am not so certain.
Yeah, but we
Either
can't tell
way,
her that,
I
Iva.
have to talk to Renju, and you can help me find him.
Music is great. Alright, Mizuki. Get your feet off the dashboard. We're going. Got that suspicious
Hey,
figure.
Mizuki, tell me again. The person you saw at the merry-go-round,
No, it wasn't Daddy. I know it wasn't.
you're sure?
Well,
Like 100% sure.
I don't know.
Can't leave any room for doubt, Mizuki. When was the last time you saw your dad?
I think about a week ago.
He
When I
went
went
out
to
for a
hang out at
carton of
Lemon
cigarettes
State.
and he never came back.
Did you notice anything different about him?
Nothing really. He was the same as usual.
And he didn't come to see you in the hospital, did he?
No.
Not even for his own daughter.
That is very
Disrespectful,
unusual.
shameful. When was the last time you
I
spoke
don't
with
remember. It
him?
was a while ago. What about you?
What about me?
You tried calling him.
I did.
Oh, I thought she was asking when the last
Called
time
earlier.
Date
I tried a few
spoke to his
times
dad
last night.
was. I was like, well, he doesn't have any
Anything to pick
memories. So,
No.
probably a good while. You look like you want to say something,
I don't want
Mizuki.
to say anything.
Tell me.
I don't want to
Okay.
talk to you. I don't want to talk to anyone who thinks my daddy is a killer.
Look,
Like, I never
I
said he
wanna
was a
believe
killer.
it
You
either.
said he was a killer.
I've known him for more than 5 years now. He's like
6 to be
family me.
exact. I never want to put cuffs on him. I would never want Mizuki to see that. So I'll take her to the other room before I do it. Anyway, Renju just isn't the kind of guy who would commit a crime like this. About that Nile message.
Mizuki, Renju sent you that Nile message, didn't he?
What?
I got this buddy of mine. real bad personality, but real good with technology. Got some
Computer.
help from them.
Bad personality.
Oh, he's talking about Iba.
There was a message sent at 8:05 last night. Does it sound familiar?
Poor Iba.
Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom Park's merry-go-round right away. Daddy needs your help. Please do as I say.
Gunkle.
Yeah, that was it. It was from Daddy's phone. But I didn't want to say anything because that would make Daddy a suspect, so...
So you kept quiet.
Yeah. My dad's never said anything like that to me, ever. That he was counting on me? I had to go.
That surely means that it
You
had to
invited
be
Ota
him.
along.
Bloom Park is in the middle of the Kawasaki district. There are a number of homeless individuals in a high crime rate there. Mizuki must have been worried about going alone.
About that Nile message.
But it couldn't be him.
Why not?
Daddy couldn't have sent the message.
He
Someone else
doesn't
must
have a
used his
phone.
And his car. Daddy wasn't driving the car either. Somebody else did it.
And how do you know?
The killer did it, not Daddy.
The only evidence we have so far leads to one conclusion. The cell phone and the car were both operated by Renju Okiura.
Things aren't looking too good for your daddy, Mizuki. Get a phone call.
Date,
Gotta answer it.
incoming call from the boss.
Connected.
Hey boss, how's it going?
Renju is a suspect?
He's definitely suspicious.
I agree. I think he's our number one suspect. He's been acting strange since last night. He didn't come see Mizuki in the hospital, won't pick up his phone, and he vanishes after questioning. He doesn't
Yeah,
have an
that
alibi
is
for the
pretty
time of the
sus.
murder either.
He doesn't?
No, not one we can corroborate.
Oh, why did you release
So
him?
Renju was questioned at a local station?
That's right.
Then why didn't you keep him there?
Protocol. Nothing we could do. He wasn't a suspect then, and we had nothing to charge him with. We couldn't hold him.
Okay. About his questioning.
He didn't give us any new information. He didn't have much to say at all, really.
I see. That was helpful. How about his alibi? Where was he?
Shoko's time of death was estimated to be about 5 p.m. yesterday. Renju claims that he was at home alone at the time. But that
Pretty
is not
crummy
the
alibi.
end of the story.
Where?
No, I told you he vanished.
Any idea where?
Where are you headed?
Renju's house.
Don't bother. I had local cops search the place. Didn't find anything.
Where could he be?
I was never cared for him, but I can connect to any network in range. That's how I'm able to communicate with HQ. Mizuki, I look like I'm talking to a Bluetooth. He doesn't see what I see.
Alright, boss. Let me know if you find something.
You too. Keep me in the loop.
Where the hell
Mizuki,
did
do
Renju
you
go?
have any idea where he is?
Sunpoke?
What?
Sunpoke. Or something.
Oh, Sunfish Pocket. Renju was telling me about that place. It's a maid cafe that he runs.
A maid cafe.
Approximately 6.2 miles north-northeast. In Akihabara.
Akihabara. Alright, let's go get him. Sunfish Pocket, Saturday, 10:20 p.m.
Can't be.
Oh, hey, Renju. Oh, hey, Renju. That is, You know, maybe we shouldn't have brought Mizuki with us.
Renju.
Oh, that is... That's a dead body, alright. Oh, God. Date has done nothing to get Mizuki out of here so she's not staring at her dead father who's hanging by a giant fishhook. Day 3, Sunday. Yokubai. You know, on the one hand, this is really fucked up. But on the other hand, you know, Mizuki's like a bad experience with bats away from being Batman now. So, you know, she could be the newest crime fighter that this city needs to stop all these gruesome murders.
You look awful. Have you been sleeping any?
My best friend was murdered, boss. I don't have it in me to sleep right now.
Murdered and hung from a fishhook. I don't think I would sleep either. Peter, what happened, man? That tombstone behind you, it's a little ominous. You might be next, man. You gotta watch out. Any thoughts on the culprit?
Renju had his left eyeball removed.
Let's just show it again.
Right. Shoko too.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
Trying to say something, Peter?
I'm kidding. Only a joke.
I'm too tired for your jokes right now, Peter.
Yeah, my best friend was just murdered,
Actually,
Peter. Come on, man.
You lost your eye 6 years ago, correct?
Yes, but I don't remember anything from back then. I lost my eye and my memories.
I was transplanted into your empty eye socket a year later. We have been together for more than 5 years.
6 years to be exact. You seem troubled, Peter.
2 murders, one right after the other. How could I not be?
Yeah, I get it, man. Why are you here, though?
Am I not allowed to be here?
I mean, you are.
No,
I'm
I
just
couldn't
curious
mean
as
it
to why
like
you
that.
are.
I was here first. I was just talking to the boss about Renju's murder.
Yeah, that's fair. You and Peter, I didn't mean nothing by it, man. I was just, weird to see you outside of your lab. We're worried about you. Boss, get Peter, like, a window in his office or something. You get yourself one, too. What happened to Mizuki? 2 dead
She's
parents.
sleeping
She
at the
found both of
hospital.
them.
They're going to give her counseling after she wakes up.
I see.
Does she have aphonia again?
Her mother and her father.
And she
I
found
hope
both
she'll
of
be
them.
okay.
And if she's not boss, well, give her the finest counseling money can buy. Take it out of your own salary. About Renju?
You were the first on the scene, so you know this better than anyone, but Renju was murdered.
I mean,
No way
could
this
have
was a
been an
suicide.
accidental death.
And the fact that his left eye was removed tells me that this was the same killer as Shoko.
I mean,
Serial
maybe
killer.
he tripped and fell onto that fish hook that was hanging from the
The
ceiling.
new
You don't know.
Cyclops killer.
What?
That's the nickname that's been spreading around headquarters.
The new Cyclops killer.
Yes, several years ago.
Pewter.
There is no point in hiding it from him. He would find out on his own eventually. It's all over the news. These murders have gone viral, so to speak. The killings from 6 years ago have continued. The Cyclops killer is back.
6 years ago. Is that what you were talking about, boss?
That happened to my eye? Was I a victim?
Fine. I suppose you deserve to know.
Tell me, please. About the incident 6 years ago. How about you? Have you been getting any
Of
sleep?
course not. I still got a mountain of work piled up, answering to the higher-ups, the press. I'm just taking a little breather.
Fair, fair. How about that incident 6 years ago?
We have a name for it down at HQ. The original Cyclops serial killings, to distinguish it from this new one. It was 6 years ago in October. 4 bodies were found in the mountains of Akikawa Valley.
But the decomposition of the corpses were all at different stages. They were each killed sometime during May to September of that year.
But they did have 2 things in common. They were all young women. And
Each corpse was missing their right eyeball, pulled out posthumously.
Cyclops?
a few days after the corpses were discovered, the killer sent a statement to the press. I killed them, and they are now my dear companions. Something like that.
He signed the statement under the name Cyclops. Hence the name, the Cyclops Killer.
The Cyclops
see.
is a mythological race of one-eyed giants. According to Greek myth, they are the children of Uranus, god of the sky, and Gaia, goddess of earth. Cyclopes were known for their outstanding strength and smithing ability.
So the letter to the press wasn't a fake?
Interesting.
It was the real killer?
Yes, it had to be.
A picture of one of the victims right after she was killed was sent along with the letter.
Freaky. Why was this Cyclops captured? Not why. I know why. You know, if he's out here killing people and taking their eyes, that's a pretty good reason to arrest somebody. But was the Cyclops captured?
No, in 6 years we never got a single trace.
So maybe Cyclops is responsible for these murders as well.
No, that's impossible.
Why?
For one, the original Cyclops killer only killed women. Renju doesn't fit that profile. Second, all of the victims had their right eyes removed. But Shoko and Renju...
We're missing their left eye.
The timing of the eye removal is also inconsistent. The original Cyclops Killer removed the eyes after the victims were killed. But Shoko and Renju were both still alive.
But even so, you can't say for sure this
What
isn't
was up
their
with
guy.
Shoko's face in
Maybe they're
that?
just doing things a little differently now. Or do you have another reason?
I'm sorry, Date, I can't say anymore.
Bullshit, you can't.
It's a national secret.
How can it be a
National
national secret?
Date, please, forget about it. I told you already, you don't need to know anything about that case to investigate this one. The criminal for this
Fine.
case and the case 6 years ago are not the same.
Iba, bring up all investigation records of the original Cyclops serial killings.
I already had a look through the database while you were talking. Unfortunately, I found no relevant information.
That's a shame.
I also did not discover anything of note on the internet. Only amateur theories. All lacking credibility and evidence.
Damn it.
What about you, Mario? Do you know anything? Oh, alright. Any other information, boss?
That's all we have for now.
All right.
Special Agent Date, we need you to continue your work.
Right. I think I'll head back to where Renju was found. Sunfish Pocket.
Date, you're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep before you continue your investigation?
I'm fine. Let's go, Iba.
Understood.
Out of here. Sunfish Pocket.